Things are heating up here in San Diego, which means summer is on the way. We're almost done with the school year and then we'll be full swing into summer. So I wanted to prepare you with some free resources that you can use with your kids for learning. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, and today I have a whole bunch, and I do mean a whole bunch, of curated free resources for you to do with your kids. So if you're into planning ahead, this one's for you because everything in this video is going to have a summer theme. So I have searched high and low for some of my favorite free resources to share with you, and then I'm also going to show you some ways to extend it. So it's not just a worksheet. It has more substance to it than just the worksheet. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. If you're new here, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the Purple Alphabet activities. We have educational ideas for kids, ideas and inspirations to learn through play. We have hauls and we have giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. I would love it if you're part of the Purple Alphabet family and you said hi down below in the comments. So let's get on to those free printables. My goal, as always, is to show you a lot of different options out there, things that you can do with some free printables. So I got this whole packet to show you, plus tons more. And I've got kind of a variety of different age ranges too. So as usual, I always recommend adapting to the skill level of your child where you can, and I try to give some hints on how to do that too in my videos. So all these printables are free. I'm putting the links down below in the description box. You can go right to them. Some of them you have to put your email address. Some of them you can just download, just read the instructions. This first one I have is from a packet of multiple pages. This is just one of the pages I'm going to show you. The first one is, does it rhyme? So we have two objects here and then a yes or no. Does it rhyme or does it not? So all you can do is ball, tall, does it rhyme? And you can color in the bubble. If you want to reuse this, instead of coloring the bubble, I brought out some of my little Dollar Tree gemstones. You could use erasers or gemstones. I've used these for so many activities, you guys. They come in handy. I think there's maybe 2 packs in here, so just $2. But they can just place one, because they're perfectly round, right on top of their answers for you to check. This is great fine motor control, pale sail, and great for working those fine motor muscles. Heat tree. And then when you're done, all you do is remove them and you can use it over again. Another recommendation on this one is to cut them out and make them cards, laminate them, and then you can place the cards out and have a perfect busy bag, instant busy bag on this one. So this is Does It Rhyme? Really simple rhyming cards. Do it color or do it with your little counters. In this same packet, they have a syllable count, which is perfect for preschoolers. So we have objects on the cards and you just count out the syllables and color in the bubble. So this one's ball will have 1 syllable. But the same thing goes for this one. You can use those counters or you can cut them apart and use a clothespin. So if we cut these apart and made them into cards, let's just take this one down here for example. And if you do this, I highly recommend using just a little bit heavier cardstock or a really good heavy lamination on them. And then you can have your set of syllable count cards, and along with your clothespin, watermelon, 4 syllables, and they would clip on their clip right onto the right answer. Another way to use that fine motor muscle control in a clothespin. If your child's not able to use a clothespin yet, that's okay. You can help work on it with them because that's half the fun of these. They really enjoy doing that. Or you can use just the coloring in the bubble or using the objects that you put on top. So these are syllable counting cards, all summer themed. A couple different ways that you can use them. And then in this packet, it also includes a matching letter sheet. So you're going to match the lowercase to the uppercase. You could also do this with a line, or you can have them color the same color for each letter. So these would both be purple. You can do that a couple different ways, whichever way is more interesting to your child. I know some kids don't necessarily like to color, so maybe drawing the line would be good. And then lastly, in the same packet, so these all come together for free, is write the word. So we have a sheet of different words here. This skill is probably going to be for your kindergartner who understands how words are formed. If they're doing this one, chances are this is going to be too hard for them. But if they mastered this and they need harder skills, this is a harder one for you. So you can just write in the words as you would normally, or if you wanted to snazz it up a little bit, get a magnetic dry erase board or a magnetic board and cut these out into different cards. Like I said, I wanted to show you some very different ways to use these materials because they are free and you might have some of the other materials available to you. Now you can laminate it and put a magnet on the back, or you could just place it on your magnetic board. And then I would supply them with some magnetic letters. Now I'm always talking about magnetic letters. You guys asked me where I got these. These came from the Target dollar section. You can find on Amazon, and they are in lowercase and they are also in just the traditional red and blue, with the vowels being in one color and the consonants another color. So this word is swim. So all these are summer related. So we're going to take the S and then I can write out my words this way. I really do wish I had magnetic letters that were lowercase and the correct colors, but because I was being budget friendly, we ended up with these. And then we have swim on our dry erase magnetic board. This makes this activity from just writing on paper to something more tactile. So if you have a tactile learner, this would be very beneficial for them. But if you're working on writing and penmanship, you might want to just have them write it as well to get that extra practice in. Where's my M go? Oh, it was a W. Okay, there we go. So all of these are available in the same packet, and you can print the ones you want, print all of them. It's up to you. This set is a pretty traditional trace the line activity, and tracing lines are great because they're helping with your pen control and they're helping your hands learn how to properly hold a pencil or a marker or crayon and to go from left to right, which is the same as reading. So this one is summer themed. We have some sandcastles on here and some beach tools that we would see when we went to the beach, kind of that theme. And there's several different sheets you have here to pick from. Now you can keep them all on this sheet and just trace them as is. And you'd have a one-time use for those. Or you can get a sheet protector or one of these dry erase pockets. I've talked about these much in my homeschool essentials list, these dry erase pockets. So if you're interested in these, I got them on Amazon. Actually, I got these from the dollar store. So sometimes you can find them there, but you can also get a bulk package of them on Amazon. So I'll put a link for that down below if you're interested in getting some of these dry erase sheets, because they're great because you can take a dry erase marker and reuse them over and over and over again. You don't necessarily need these pockets, but they just come in handy. You can also use a sheet protector. It does the same thing. These just are a little bit sturdier. And look, I'm having a hard time tracing the line. So once you trace the line, you can just erase it and use the sheet over again and get more use out of it. Another way to use these sheets is to take an object. Here I have some mini erasers which work really well, so maybe find one that your child likes. I'm going to pick the rainbow, and then they just place them along the line as they go all the way down from left to right. We're looking at fine motor control as well with this, as they place them all the way across the line and they'd go the whole length. That's just another way to get a lot of use out of this same free printable. And then one other idea with these tracing sheets that I think is a lot of fun and the kids really like is to use sticker sheets. So I have a plain sheet of stickers here from the dollar store. They're all butterflies. And if you're okay with just kind of finishing out the sheet and not using it again, you take the stickers and you place the stickers all the way across the line. In this case, we have butterflies and one by one. So not only are you getting a good fine motor exercise on peeling off stickers, which is amazing, by the way, toddlers love doing that. You're getting that fine motor practice and pushing them here and then following the line and then learning left to right, all in your summertime theme. This packet came with two great worksheets. I'm going to show you both of them. First is this counting puzzle one, and counting puzzles are really easy to make on your own with any image. I just like that they were already done in our beachy summer theme here, and you can cut these out and use them once if you like, but you can make them long term by, of course, laminating them. So I got my puzzle here, and we'd cut these long ways, and this is sequencing our numbers 1 to 4. So this is your late toddler, early preschooler who's learning how to count. If you have a child that is a little bit older than this and learning number sequences that are a little bit more difficult, then you can go ahead and find some puzzles that have higher numbers on them. And so you're just placing the puzzle pieces in order from 1 to 4 to make the picture, like a picture puzzle. If you want to make this last a little bit longer, you can also laminate these and put a magnet on the back and then use them with your dry erase board so they're more movable, and then they can put them in the correct order that way, and then they'll stay on their dry erase board. You can also print these out in color. I wanted to mention I like to save ink when I show you guys these printables, so print them out in color if you plan on using them for a long time. This also came in the set. It's a size sequencing card, so you can do the same thing as you cut out all the sizes and you're going to lay them out according to the order, the size order that they're in, and your child's going to put them in order either from smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest. And then one other way that you can extend this activity is when you're introducing this, they might not know the concept of small, little, medium. So what I would recommend doing is a few exercises previous to this size sorting one and saying which one is bigger, which one is smaller. And you can move on to medium, which one is small, medium, or large. And then you can move on to your complete size sort. like that. This one I thought was simply adorable that I had to print it out for you in color so you could see how cute it was. We got some summertime popsicles here, and this one is focusing on phonic, the letters of the alphabet, and I just printed out the first three, ABC, but they goes through the whole alphabet. So you'd print these out, laminate them, and then you cut them apart, mix them up together, and then now you're sorting the correct pictures with the correct popsicle. So then, alligator starts with A and apple starts with A. And of course, highly recommend just to do a few letters at first so your child isn't overwhelmed and confused. And by the time they've mastered phonetic sounds in the alphabet, they can do the whole entire alphabet in one sitting. But at first, just start off with a few. If you also want to make this a little easier, I would keep these two together instead of separate. So you're just having two examples that you're matching to the one card. Just a different way and a different take on how to do the activity to make it a little bit more simpler for those people who are just learning their phonetic letters. To extend this activity, I recommend making an alphabet book. So I talk about this primary composition book all the time because it's got this great space for a picture and some writing down here. But if you are learning your alphabet, this is a great opportunity to, once you're done with these cards, is to cut and paste these letters into your alphabet book. And as you learn a new letter and a new phonetic sound, which will take some time, you'll have a whole alphabet book to look back on. So you can even paste them on here, and then on the other side, draw a picture of your own A words or write other A words over here on the side too. Another way to extend this to make it a little bit more difficult if they already know their phonetic sounds and you want to extend the activity farther. This one I really wanted to print out in color for you guys, but didn't have enough ink for it. So we have two mats here. We have summertime mats. This one's more of like a soccer theme. This one over here has our swimming pool. And then also in this packet, we have all of these kids that you cut out. So there's kids doing all kinds of actions on here, plus you have the card. This one was developed by a speech therapist that's using it to help kids talk. So learning about verbs and action words. In here, we have a whole bunch of different examples that you can cut out and have your child put onto the mats. I'm going to just roughly cut out a few to give you an example. So you can have your child start by talking about what actions these children are doing in these pictures. This show me the girl who's going swimming, and we see this girl. Show me the girl that is climbing. Show me the boy that's playing soccer. And so we're working on identifying our verbs and looking at the pictures. And then your child can place them onto the mats that they correspond and belong to. So it's also association of knowing where the actions take place, where these activities take place. Maybe she's going up the slide. I don't know. Maybe. So you can do a couple different versions of this in different ways, all emphasizing verbs and speech. And I like that it is really colorful. I wish I had it in color to show you. Not only that, she also includes, I believe it's a she also includes these cards. So these are more like vocabulary action cards, girls climbing, the girls throwing. And so you can pull these out of a bag and then try to find the matching corresponding picture. You can match them up as a matching game. So you can use this in a different way too. And it's just a nice way to round out the activities. So we have a couple of those sheets. So if you're working on verbs and recognizing what the kids are doing, understanding what those verbs mean and what situation they go into, this would be a good one for that. And there's a lot of activities that you can do just with this one set. I have another really big packet to show you. So there's a lot of stuff to show you in this one. This one is a roll a silly sentence. It has this little key up here in which you can roll a die, and when you roll a die you get a number. So it says 3. Here are the adjective, nouns, and verbs and place that we're going to use to make a sentence, and you'd make a sentence down here and draw a picture. And you can roll it again. Maybe you're just rolling for adjectives, so you'd color in purple because I rolled a 2, and then you roll again for your noun. That'd be number 4, purple crab. Roll again for your verb, sunbathes. Roll again for your place at the lemonade stand. So you could do it all the way across, or you can just mix and match it to get a silly sentence that you create using these words to make a sentence. And I really like the dice component on it. I haven't seen anything like that before. So that's a lot of fun, and I thought that you guys would really enjoy that one. But also in this packet, there's a lot in this packet too. I'm only showing you a fraction of it. This one's a summer comprehension, and I picked this one because it's something that we're working on consistently with my first and second grader right now in school. So there's a passage here that we read, and then there's a word bank down here, and we have these questions that help you understand the words for comprehension. So this is get things from different places and bring them together. What word means that? And of course it's collect. But in this case, to make it a little bit more hands-on, I would invite them to use a highlighter to highlight the words in the actual text. So scorching is the first word, so they can highlight scorching, and they love highlighters, you guys. I don't know what it is. They really like using the highlighters. So finding the words by highlighting them will help to make this a little bit more easy and a little bit more hands-on so that they can complete the comprehension questions below. This packet also comes with a money activity. We have some coins here and what they have in their purses or wallet on each side, and we're trying to figure out how much money there is. So you can just do this activity as it is by counting the money, or I'm going to pull out of my money busy bag here. I have actual coins. Not actual coins, pretend coins, and we can place them on top of where our money is so that we can count and better see. So now we're matching coins, recognizing coins in our big pile of money in our hands, and then we're counting it and writing it in. Another way to make these free printable activities a little bit more hands-on. If you don't have a money set, I'm going to put a link for that down below too. And then I also wanted to give some shout outs in this same packet for a couple other things that are just worksheets, but they're actually really good ones. I liked this sounded out one where you have a picture and you color in the bubbles to form that word, and then you write that word here. These are your CVCE words, so words that end in E. I would say this is probably first grade level, maybe an advanced kindergartner. Then we have long vowel sorts, so vowel sorting for short and long probably starts about kindergarten, and so this one focuses on long vowels. And we have kind of your lemonade cup there for our summer theme. And then mermaid math. So I haven't shown you a lot of math activities, and I think this one is a really good one because you're solving the math problems looking for the right path. So you only color in the math problems that are correct. Find the merman and the mermaid to connect them so that they are connected, making a route. So I liked this. That's a really cute theme, but not only that, it causes you to figure out if the problems are right or not. All of those are in one packet, so plus many, many more. So when you download this one, just be on the lookout for the ones and only print the ones that you want. And we have a label the shark for our summer theme because summer, beaches, sharks. This one's a great body part of the shark. So you have all of your body parts down here and you can copy or cut them and paste them into the correct spot. And it's not only a labeling activity, but we have a little bit of text here and some comprehension questions. This is probably for your second grader to answer, maybe a first grader. But I also wanted to point out when you have activities like this, you can also add additional things. Like I have some of these Montessori 3-part cards of different types of sharks. You could also get a book about sharks that talk about different sharks. And then I have my Safari LTD tube figurines to look at and observe and to make observations about the sharks. So when you have an activity or a free printable, you don't have to just stop at the free printable. Think about what you might already have in your house. Now, I don't mean to go out and buy a whole bunch of shark figurines, but I had these two, so we can explore these two already on hand. And if you have a shark book, you can take that out and pull that out. You can go on the internet and see a video about sharks. Be creative in how you expand on all of these free printables, and you can have a whole entire lesson for like pennies, right? So just wanted to show you some additional ideas for labeling a shark just to get you inspired to really look and see what you have already. Let me know which free printable you're going to be trying in your house. I'm kind of curious to know which one you like the best. Don't forget that all of the links to all the free printables are down below. Plus I'll put a little bit of Amazon links in there for some of the things that I mentioned if you wanted to extend your activities. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.